So I'm sitting in here. It's nighttime, working on the 4Runner here. It's a third gen 4Runner, 1997, and I have read a couple of things on this thing. The first thing was I wanted a way to open up the back gate, and so all I did was I ran some abrasion resistant string with a piece of nylon tubing, and I just hooked it in to the catch right there. So when I pull this up, it unlatches it. I've already trimmed the door panel, and yeah. Anyways, the next thing I'm actually working on is trying to figure out how to put on a switch onto this back door so that I can raise and lower the back window. So the back windows on the 4Runners, one of the cool things about them is that they can roll down. And when I start camping this thing, I don't want to have to plug the key in to the very front and operate the switch that's in the center console. Instead, I'd like to just use the feature which Toyota put in, which was essentially when you turn the key from the outside, you can raise and lower the window. Only thing is, since I'm going to be inside, I don't want to be sticking the key. Well, I can't really operate it. So what I'm going to do is the lock cylinder here is where is it? Oh, here it is. That's the lock cylinder there, and I'm just kind of looking at the wires and the wiring harnesses that are going from this unit, because I imagine that's what's powering, or what's going to be telling the thing to go up, down, or whatnot. There is a harness. It's even visible. I'm following this lead here. There's this gray. Where is it? Oh, here it is. This gray plug right here. Looks like it has 3 wires. Looks like there's a white with a black, which I'm going to assume is a ground. There's a green with a yellow stripe, and looks like a green with a red stripe. And I'm going to try to find these wires or trace them back. And when you trace them back, it comes out of this loom right here. And I've unplugged, I think, the control unit for the window. And essentially I'm just going to be looking for same thing. There's a white with a black, which is in there. There is a green with a red, which is right there, and there it is. There's a green and a yellow, which is there. It looks like they are in the, let me see, I don't know if it's the same for Toyota positions, but for Honda they label it with this plug side up. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. But the plugs I'm going to be looking at is going to be, geez, there's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 per. So it looks like, oh, actually it's not 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Looks like the ground is pin 12. It looks like the green with the red is probably pin 7. And this last one, whatever the hell it is, it's the bottom one, second over from the right, is I imagine going to be the red and green, or the green with the red and the green and the yellow are what are going to be raising and lowering the window, I imagine. So I'm going to try to tap a switch in. And so what I have here, and you can really just use any kind of switch. You can pull a switch from the junkyard. You can pull a switch from like a power window switch or whatnot. I actually jacked this from my convertible top on the S2000, which I don't use anymore. And just to make it easy on myself, I happen to have the electrical wiring diagram. I know it's not going to apply for everybody, but this here tells me right here that the red black in the pin 5 position, the red in the 6 position, that's just for the light. And you can tell there's a light because there's a unit back here. And the ones that I'm concerned about are going to be the black with a white stripe, and the 2 switch units, which is going to be the red and the yellow. And also there's another red and black, but you have to look at the positions, which is position 1, position 2, and position 3. And once again, the plug, I'm looking at this thing, when you base it on this up here, it's going to be 1, position 2, and position 3. And I've already kind of stripped the wires to see if I can test lead them. Anyways, we'll see how that goes, and I'll let you know. So just to test what I was doing, all I've done is shoved the appropriate stripped wires into the ports, and I've already plugged it back in the unit. I'll cut it and solder it in or something later on, but we'll see what this happens, see if it catches fire, see if it even works. There we go, going down. Oh, that's what it is. This is hells yeah. So guess it works. I just gotta find a way to make it more permanent because this is ghetto. Anyways, that's it. Down, up. Awesomeness. Anyways, I'm gonna finalize it and probably just gonna, I don't know, find a way to bolt this onto the trim panel, and I'm gonna try to, I might as well just solder this in tonight, and I'll find a way to solder it in tonight. So I'll show you guys the final product a little bit later. I've unbundled the harness. I've unplugged it from the rear window relay box, and I just took all the tape off, and I'm going to find a way to tap into this wire here. It looks like there's a splice. I'm just going to undo this and, I don't know, solder something in there, maybe cut it. I'll use these quick connect things that I have. Let's see if I can show using these right here. And these are awesome because you don't have to see my awful soldering skills. Instead, you can just kind of put these stripped wires together and then heat them up, and then they're good to go. And so I like them. I'm going to see if I can adapt it for what I'm going to do here, and I'll give you guys an update on this in a sec. So I wanted to do this video before I forgot. The rear window power switch is in now. I did have to use a hammer on the inside of the door to get a little bit of clearance since I was using a really deep S2000 switch. You can pretty much use any 3-wire switch. This one works pretty easily. Goes down, window comes down, up, window comes up. That's the handle that you do to pull, or that you have to pull down on to close the hatch. Sorry, I haven't slept. This thing, I have set it up so that if you just pull it up, it'll release the mechanism, and I can now exit. And yeah, and that is pretty much it.